Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? It is the King Hitman here, and basically the idea of this video is kinda to complain. So of course last year, you guys know, I guess I can kind of just pull them up, huh? Last year we got Cooler and Goku, and for Worldwide, what they did with the first Carnival LR is introduce, I'm gonna put in movie here, I could put in Powerful Comeback. The first thing they did was introduce the idea of a new banner format, and the banner format is DOKKANFEST Carnival, then DOKKANFEST Carnival. We get two Carnival LRs, which were a new stage of it, like a new level in the game's prestige system and system of leveling, and they were a new class of LR, right? That's the whole point. New tier of LRs above yellow coins, but probably, I mean, I thought they were gonna be level with red coins. Not really. Like, when I had realized that Cooler, like, I felt like Cooler was better than Goku. Not everybody agrees, but even then it was close enough. I'd say part 2, while I think Metal Cooler was like better and I just liked his team better because of STR Cooler, whatever. Then we kind of moved down the line and we started to realize, like, hey, these Carnival LRs, while they're really good, they're not like groundbreaking units. Like, they're not outclassing every single LR in the game except for like 1 or 2 on release. They're more like trying to fit into that top 10, top 15 range of the game thus far. Like, you look at Omega Shenron, I don't even gotta talk about Omega Shenron. And then you look at, of course, the 8-year LRs being the STR one, at least, and being the best unit in the game when he released. You know, Orange Piccolo is still really good. Well, he is really good. Not even like he's aged a lot. Then you got Physical Metal Cooler, who is aged very drastically. And I would say he aged fast. Like, it's bizarre how fast he aged. And then you go find just the rest of the Carnival LRs being like STR Goku. AGL Kai Goku is exceptional. He is amazing. I think Gohan's underrated. He's really good. The reason I'm talking about this is because I seriously is saying, this is bothering me to say it. It's a dual Dokkan Fest for part 1. The LR Vegito Blue and LR Merge Zamasu that are on the way. It's gonna be 2 Dokkan Fest in part 1, which means we're probably gonna get 2 Carnivals in part 2. Why would they do that though? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me from the perspective of last year was so incredibly exciting. I don't listen. I cannot speak for every single person with an individual opinion. I'm speaking for me. And I'm telling y'all, I don't care about how, like, when people's point to what I'm saying would be like, I think it was, how do I say this? Stop taking out your frustrations with a group of players on me, because I think for myself. So it doesn't make sense for me when I, like, you know, comment something and then the reply is, well, you guys didn't know what you wanted last year, or you guys, you know, wanted this last year and y'all swear y'all were happy. I'm not a sheep, bro. I think for myself, you feel me? So I might say, hey, the Carnival system is really exciting and has a lot of potential if they handle it well, especially the format that they're doing right now. I hope they do this for anniversary, while still also saying the teal coin is pretty dumb. Like, it's unnecessary. It should have just, in my opinion, if you want to cater to the players, it should have just been a yellow coin. However, I actually don't stress about the teal. Like, I think it's dumb, but I don't stress about it. As soon as I realized why they did it, it's not like it's hard to understand. It does not bother me. So I leave it alone. My issue is when the 8th anniversary came around, and they did the 2 Dokkan Fest and then 2 Carnivals. I felt like the minute you did that, it kind of just bumped them down to, like, now you know for a fact they're not as exceptional or as prestigious as what Dokkan Fest LRs from massive celebrations are gonna be, right? Then you see full power Goku and then Omega Shenron be leagues apart in terms of their full potency. It's just like, oh, okay, so Carnival LRs are just more exclusive yellow coin LRs that might be good, and some of them look pretty niche right now, and I'm hoping they fix a lot of that. But the problem is with that is, why would now every player, like I said, I'm really not stressed about the coins, but I want to hit every angle. All of the players who saved up all of their yellow coins over the time, like me, I have literally never coined a yellow coin LR. I've been playing this game basically the whole lifespan. I've certainly been playing twice the lifespan of the coin system. I've never, when did the coins come out? Like 4th or 5th anniversary? Whatever. I've never coined a yellow coin LR. I summon on yellow banners that rarely. The coin comes out. Now all of the players who actually did use to summon on those, they're upset because it's like, oh, okay, well, now I'm split. Like I have to allocate, if you're a free to play player, right? I got to allocate my stones between the red coins, the teal coins, and the yellow coins, and possibly the blue coins if you want a banner unit, or depending on how your carnival featured units are looking. That's really frustrating. I do understand the frustration, and I sympathize with those players that they want to know how they should best spend their stones, but also be in a situation where you're not wasting coins. You don't want to waste these coins, especially on units that like they're coming back so rarely, right? Like, look, Carnival Goku and Gohan are probably returning for part 2. Probably. I would think it makes the most sense for them to return on part 2. But there's so few Carnival LRs. We're not yet at that point where every Carnival LR banner is going to have 3 or 4 or 5, of the 30 or 40 best units in the game. And the way that it's headed, I really don't think it's going to happen for a very long time. So the reason I say that, the only two on this list that I really respect are Gohan and Goku. AGL Gohan, Int Gohan, and AGL Goku. STR Goku is all right. Like, he's not a terrible unit. I just don't think he's like, he feels more like a yellow coin LR than a more prestigious yellow level of LR. Cooler, he was really good. I think Cooler was like the 6th or 7th best unit in the game when he came out. He aged extremely rapidly. Carnival Goku, a lot of people said I gave Carnival Goku flack when I did my tier list for LRs. I don't have a problem with that opinion. I get it. I'm not a huge Carnival Goku fan, but for the first Carnival LR, he's aged better than all these two right here. I think there's a chance he ages better than Omega. I mean, he still has his viability, right? And so that's it. That's weird that we have to look at the game like this and still understand they have to constantly keep pushing out Carnival LRs only like through 2 or 3 different celebrations in the year, but yet fill out a banner eventually so that all of these guys are one day going to be featured on LR Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku Carnival banner, right? Like, we don't have enough of, it's like the first couple Dokkan Fest, right? Returning Dokkan Fest have to still be valuable to incentivize players to summon. We're going to get to a point with this system, if they don't fix the way they release these Carnival LRs or make them more powerful, we're just going to have part 2 banners, once again, that don't matter. We're going to get right back to square one. The yellow coin LRs, the only reason, I just want to make it clear, the only reason they're doing this with the Carnival LRs in their heads is because they know most players do not care as much about part 2 as part 1. And the yellow coin LRs, whether it's a TOP banner, which is another problem, is these are 2 separate banners now. So like, let's say for part 2 of this future celebration, we get LR Sword of Hope Trunks and LR Rose Goku Black. Those are 2 separate banners now. Now, Akatsuki's trying to squeeze every last dollar out of us. Listen, I'm not stupid, all right? I can get how the business works. But the idea of that is also going to make certain players like look away, like, why would I might as well just spend all of my stones on part 1. It's going to be an objectively better banner for at least another year, the way the calendar is working with these Carnival LRs. It's going to be objectively more value because then in the future, I can buy my copy of Int Yamcha. I can buy my copy of Physical Turles, like those TURs that I want to make sure I have filled out for my teams, versus saving up the 500 coins to maybe get what might end up being like a washed STR Goku, right? You get what I'm saying? It's so weird the way that they handled this. And one of the main things was the suspense of it. So when you had the Carnival Dokkan Fest, part 1 of last year was so exciting because we were like, is the super class unit or the extreme class unit, which we did think it was going to be Metal Cooler for part 2, which one is going to be the Carnival? Which one's going to be the Dokkan Fest? Are we going to, have more banner units? Like, how are they going to handle this? What would the banner look like for part 2? And then they just seem like they don't want to go back in that direction. I like the way they handled it. They gave part 2 a lot of excitement for last year's Worldwide. People are going to say, oh, but they make a lot of money regardless. It's not. Let's just say they make the same amount of money. Let's just say in theory, they make the exact same amount down to the last penny. They make the exact same amount of money. Why would you still do that? And it's like, I guess if I say this part, it makes my previous, what I'm trying to say, irrelevant. if you get more hype by doing the Carnival Dokkan Fest format, like the one AB format, why would you not just make it so that your players are happier with the AB format? Because part 2 of the 8th year anniversary was, I keep saying 8th year. It's not proper English. The 8th anniversary was significantly less hype. A lot of people did not care about Inskid Gohan, and I think he's an exceptional unit. But a lot of people were very upset with, like, this doesn't feel like, you know, like this is like a whatever to me, right? Like, a lot of people liked his animations, and it was like, but it's still Kid Gohan. Like, we're not going bonkers over that, right? And he's not like I said, these Carnival LRs, besides, I guess the best one on release would be Tech Goku. Like, the best on the entire ranking of the game, I guess the best one would be Tech Goku. He was not the best unit in the game. I think that's a delusional conversation. Even if you think STR Cooler was worse, he was not better than Vegeta and Trunks on release. But anyway, it's a weird way to approach this for Akatsuki. Like, why would you? It just feels nonsensical. It feels illogical. So now we're gonna have 2 part 2 units on 2 separate banners. If you want to say that so they can squeeze the most money out of us, sure. You want to know how you squeeze the most money out of us? Just from the logic, if I want the numbers so I can be proven wrong, you would make the AB format. You would just do that for every worldwide. Really, you could do it for anniversary, but maybe they don't want to take that risk. Maybe they're a little nervous about it. Yeah, I don't know. But then this year, it did make sense for the theme because the Spirit Bomb was basically the entire theme of the anniversary. But like Kai Goku and Z Gohan, they should be a pair. You get what I'm saying? So when you think about the units, yeah, it's not going to make sense. But when you think about it in advance, like, hey, we're going to do the AB format, of course you're going to take the approach of making sure the Carnival and the Dokkan Fest match up in a way that makes sense. Like I said, part 2 for this is probably going to be 2 Carnivals, which are, let's just say it's Sword of Hope Trunks and Rose Goku Black, like an enraged Goku Black. That's cool, but no matter how you approach it, you know how much people would have lost their minds if it was like Carnival, let's say Carnival, Rose, and Vegito Blue, like they always do. Now, I like that, the fact, just like canonically speaking, that Vegito and Merge Zamasu now have their dual Dokkan Fest after it being Vegito Blue and Rose, who don't share any screen time at all. But now you're back to the... I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. I really want to. I can get really mad about this. The coins aren't what bother me. It's the way that it feels like Carnival LRs, when they could have the most potential in the game and how rare they're coming back, have not met the expectations of a whole new class of unit. They're just yellow coin LRs with a different shading. And if you're going to say, oh, the leader skill, right? Like, oh, the leader skills are 200% leader skills. Last year when Akatsuki was worried about well, I guess it would be way before last worldwide, right? But the idea of, let me pull up something to keep y'all, look at this pretty gif of Vegito, all right? When you think about the way Akatsuki announced, hey, we're bringing a new prestige or class of LR, and they're going to have their exclusive banners, you know, Carnival exclusive. You could have just said that, but for yellow coin LRs, increased their leader skills, changed the way you format those banners, and made them exclusive to certain banners. That's really not that hard. So now you just fix the idea. The players who are mad about the coin system, you fixed that for a lot of them. The leader skill is what I care about when it comes to these Carnival LRs. Like, you know, on a blank slate, right? Like, if you Cooler's leader skill was really good to me. Goku's leader skill was a bit wonky. It got way better over time. This Goku's leader skill, he did it well because he's a support unit. But you get what I'm saying? Like, Turtle School, 3 key, 200% is incredible. Bonda Master and Disciple, 200% is fine. Omega, his team is bad, but the leader skill was always needed, right? So it's good for him. You get what I hope y'all get what I'm saying. At least if you don't agree, I would hope you guys can wrap your head around why this isn't on surface level. I don't know what numbers Akatsuki makes, bro, but on surface level, this isn't the greatest approach to the Carnival format and how these Carnival LRs are rolling out, because they're let's say this Sword of Hope Trunks comes out as a part 2 Carnival LR and he's not a top 10 unit in the game. That means not only does that affect his banner tail, or let's go lower. Let's say he's not a top 15 unit in the game, or like the top, including massive TURs like Majunior and Godku and AGLK. Let's say he's not a top 20 unit in the game. Sure. that doesn't just affect his banner, because now not only is he harder to get, you would have to be incentivized on future banners to still summon, despite the fact that he's already on release, not a top 20 unit in the game, which would then make you step back and look at the banner for what could be. We got STR Goku individually, right? So let's go back to this DRAGONFEST Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We get him in like November or whatever. When did that STR Goku come out? Let me see this. He came out December. That's what it was. He came out right before Christmas. Let's say for Christmas, it's Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Trunks is on his banner and Metal Cooler is on his banner. That's not a good banner. It might be a great unit. Goku, he would have to be like a top 5 unit in the game, or unless people just liked his animations that much, he would have to be an elite class of LR to say that that's worth summoning on. But if it's not worth summoning on, that defeats the whole point of the system. The whole point of this carnival system with these 2 banners and these more exclusive LRs is to convince players to continue summoning. So my approach, this isn't fully thought out. This is just my first level idea, like a surface level idea. Akatsuki last year, if you're really that hard-headed about it, make exclusive yellow coin LRs. Make it so that they have better leader skills, they are still distinct, and they are still some of the best units in the game. It's not that any of these carnivals have come out and been absolute garbage. Like, I'd say the most frustrating on the release is Omega. Just because, like, why did they do him like that on the teams that he's on with no help, and he's not getting any help anytime soon unless a baby comes out, right? That's frustrating. So if these units aren't worth the stones it would take to pull them, why, bro? But I'm going to leave it there. By the way, this is all leaks from iSeriously. iSeriously is him. So if it's not a dual Dokkan Fest, I'd be genuinely in shock. But this would be one of the only times. This would be one of the only times I wish iSeriously was wrong. I mean, he's been doing this for a very long time. For my newer players or those players who've only been playing like 2-3 years, iSeriously has been doing this for actual half decade, like a half decade plus or something like that. So I would really hope that we get. I would hope he's wrong, but damn it, he rarely is. It is the Young King Hitman. Let me know how you feel about this new carnival format, the red coin, like the red coin X teal coin, or do you guys like the idea of red coin, teal coin, and they're paired together with their, their twin coin, whatever, man. I think 4 banners, like it's illogical, man. It just really is for the way that they handle it to me. At that point, you might as well I'm hoping they do this, by the way. Like, I'm really hoping they do this. But the final part 2 units, it would be nice if they're just on one banner at that point. If it is a Trunks and a Rose, just put them all on one banner. But Akatsuki's probably not going to want to do that because they didn't do that with Gohan. And let me see. Let me see if I'm misremembering. Because I don't want to say I am. Yeah, okay, then I would think I'm not misremembering, and I just pulled Ins Gohan from the 8th anniversary. Gosh, I got to work on that. So that's funny. But yeah, I'm sure these guys are going to be 2 separate banners. It's odd. Young Hitman is off this. Please let me know your thoughts. I kind of just wanted to vent right here. It frustrated me to know that it should have just been an AB format. Let me shut up, man. Hitman is off this. Have a good one.